Hey guys, Mono here. You know how many people are playing this free-to-play game right now? I'll give you a hint. About a tenth of those playing Battlefield 2042. How is that even possible? This is a free-to-play game, a multiplayer shooter, a Battlefield-style game featuring in-depth gun and vehicle customization, cool maps designed from real-life locations, and it's not pay to win, and it still has less players than whatever Battlefield 2042 is. This is World War III, and it should have absolutely exploded back when it launched in October last year, and now, having released Season 2 a few weeks ago, it should have gotten even more players. So what the hell's going on? Why is this game not capturing the huge amount of players out there that would absolutely love this game? Well, the most obvious and documented explanation for this is that the launch of the game was an absolute disaster. It was basically unplayable for 3 days, with some people not even being able to download the game because of their crappy third-party launcher that downloads the game separately, and that thing was going so slowly and had so many issues when the open beta first launched that it was basically impossible to play the game. You know what does work though? That subscribe button. A whopping 80% of my viewers aren't subscribed to the channel, and last time I mentioned this, I doubled my monthly subscribers in a day. So help me keep that trend going and help keep this channel alive. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. Recently, my friend Eddie, who I play Hella Loose with, said something very interesting to me. He said he tried out the game based on my recommendation and the fact that I enjoyed very much, but playing alone didn't really vibe with him, and he was getting wrecked by experienced veteran players. And that is certainly the case. If you jump into a server, there's a bunch of low-level players, and there's also a huge amount of level 51s, which is currently the maximum rank in the game. And those players have been playing this game for quite some time, and obviously they tend to dominate the battlefield. Now, this is not a pay-to-win game, but they are better equipped, and it does make a difference. A stock T-72, for example, doesn't stand a chance against a fully decked out one. I mean, yes, you can technically win, but the odds are definitely against you, and there are counters for this. Like, that's not to say like the decked out T-72 is invulnerable or anything. The game actually does a really good job at giving you the tools to deal with pretty much everything. A JDAM bombing run, which you have access to very early on, will one-shot any vehicle, and you also have AT mines, which will also destroy vehicles quite effectively. The RPG, there's a bunch of different options you have to deal with those better tanks than you have, right? And the infantry weapons themselves, the assault rifles, they are all quite lethal. The TTK is very low, so you can absolutely hold your own even against players with better equipment. But the experience from the veteran players, the map knowledge, plus the edge that they gain from the equipment itself, it does make a difference, and it creates this situation that isn't very welcoming to new players. And given this situation, I would say, maybe they should add a newbie playlist where if you matchmake and you're low level, then it should just get you in matches with, let's say, players that are under level 15 or something. But that brings me to another problem, and it's one that the game has had since forever, and that is the servers. World War III, for whatever reason, has been stuck since day one using a third-party launcher and a server system that absolutely sucks. I know that they are working on moving away from this and maybe having the game download through Steam and not through their crappy third-party launcher, but there's also an issue where your location isn't properly factored in when you're matchmaking, so it will put you in servers that don't correspond to your region. It is particularly bad living here in South America and getting matches most of the time in European servers, which is half the world away, sometimes in Singapore servers, which is the entire world away, and very infrequently in North American servers, which are actually the closest one to us. And I know people from other regions also have this problem. So whenever I play the game, I have an enormous amount of lag, a lot of warping, a lot of rubber banding, and it's ultimately not enjoyable. Even though I really like the game, it's this constant fight against an extremely high ping that obviously makes things less than ideal. And now that they've added a variety of different game modes, they don't really have the player base, I think, to match those new players against each other in a proper fashion. Ultimately, all of this means that World War III, unfortunately, has the odds stacked against them when it comes to getting new players to enjoy the game. They have a core audience that plays the game and enjoys it very much, myself included, and they help keep the game alive. But I think they really need to solve its new player onboarding process and, you know, get some content creators to actually promote the game and talk about it, get the word out there, because it is indeed a very enjoyable game and they really haven't been focusing on this. Their focus has been on putting out more content and not really fixing these massive issues that they have. I really hope they wake up from their slumber. I have no doubt that this game would become absolutely huge given the right conditions. They already have the hardest part figured out, which is actually making a good game. That's already there. They just need to iron out the details, some of which are so rough that they are like thorns keeping their potential player base at arm's length. And yes, I've already done multiple videos on this, but I enjoy this game very, very much. And I just want to see more people being able to enjoy it, you know? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed the video, then please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel for more. 84% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video and I will catch you in the next one.